Hello guys, I am Agafor and welcome to 30 Tips for DayZ 0.55, the series in which I inject your face with so much knowledge that you'll be lusting for my juicy tips in every single patch of DayZ standalone. Like always, the tips in this video are up to date with 0.55, and if you think any of the following tips are wrong, they're not. I'm always right. Placing ammo inside a fireplace will cause it to make popping sounds when they become ruined. This doesn't damage players, however. Placing a spray can or gas canister inside a fireplace will not cause it to explode in this patch, even though it was working in experimental. Crushing your V3S in 0.55 will cause damage to the truck and players within the truck with a new sound effect. Crashing doesn't seem to affect your blood or health, but can ruin your and all of your passengers' shoes and pants. If you crash your V3S enough times, it will cause a fuel leak, which will drain fuel at an increased rate depending on how much you've crashed it. It will still drain fuel while turned off. Crashing your V3S hard enough can cause your two front tyres to explode. Losing tyres now affects the speed of the V3S. Each tyre you lose will reduce the V3S's speed a fair amount, with losing all of your tyres making even the slightest hill a struggle. There is currently no way to repair the V3S, but server restarts will transform your busted ass truck into a new V3S with full fuel. Shooting a V3S doesn't cause a fuel leak, and the V3S is much harder to destroy now. Running over zombies will cause a fuel leak eventually. To stop a V3S now, you can shoot through the metal to kill the driver, or shoot the tyres out to cripple it. The cargo V3S gives you the option to open or close this shutter to get onto the back. Multiple players can now sit on the back quite easily with a new animation. Generators infected have been given an AI overhaul. This includes a faster attack animation, lower view range, and the ability to attract more than 4 infected at a time. Infected can now take a lot more damage. It's no longer about how much damage a melee weapon does, but the accuracy of one to get headshots. Infected don't make a sound when you attract them and have no footstep sounds in this patch at least, but they will shake their head frantically just before they're about to run at you. The chainsaw has finally made it to stable. It 2 shots infected without fuel and 1 shot's infected with fuel. Sometimes it doesn't make a sound when it's turned on, however. Bear traps have been added. If someone triggers a trap, it will break their legs along with ruining their shoes, pants, and everything within their pants. Landmines have been added. Once activity will instantly kill anyone that walks over it within around a 1 meter radius. I would highly recommend not trying to deactivate a landmine once it's active. The ability to drop down ladders is now possible in stable. Note how it says drop down ladder, not slide down ladder safely into a cushion of soft puppies. In 0.55, using anything other than a can opener to open a can will give you a random number between 20 and 90%. Using a can opener is highly recommended from now on. You can now gather bark from several trees with a knife. This bark's only use at the moment is acting like logs or sticks to keep a fire burning. All of these locations have been updated with summer camps, including a new building. The Mosin now takes a new renamed round which has the same model. This means the Longhorn and Blaze no longer use the same rounds as the Mosin. The Longhorn and Blaze now take the newly added 308 Winchester round, meaning the Blaze snap loader is useless in this patch. The time it takes to catch a fish seems to be lower than it was in the previous patch, at around 2 minutes now, but preparing a fish only gives you small guts instead of fish fillets. The fishing trap is also bugged. The sardines you catch cannot be cut into fish fillets either, making fishing completely useless in this patch. On the bright side, the rabbit snare is working quite well, trapping a rabbit in around 20 to 40 minutes. You may need to reset your trap if it fails. On the not so bright side, you can no longer cut seeds out of fruits and vegetables in this patch. Thankfully, drinking from wells and ponds no longer makes you as stuffed as in 0.54, and you can finally now cancel the drinking animation. The disease cholera has been added and is caused by drinking from ponds and rivers. The lower you are on blood, the more likely you are to catch cholera. Cholera can be avoided by drinking from wells or purifying water with purification tablets. If you manage to get cholera, you will most likely die without the cure. Antibiotics.
Bonus tap!
Due to increased cannibalism in this patch, you can now craft a pump arm just in case your arm is eaten. The developers made a very bold move in 0.55, changing the biggest gameplay mechanic that DayZ has to offer. Loot has become scarce, and we're all going to have to go through the paces of getting used to loot being a luxury. For some, it will immerse the survival experience, but for others, it will slow down the gameplay of loot, die, repeat, something that DayZ has become known for. But only two things are universal in this patch. This is a very early iteration of central loot economy, which will likely change over time, and our knowledge of DayZ is going to be stretched to their limits as we struggle to survive in this very testing patch. DayZ is evolving into what it was always designed to be. Only time will tell where that evolution will take us. Thank you for watching. More guides to help you survive in this patch coming soon, and I will see you in the next video.